Hi, if you're currently studying and sometimes feel like stress and anxiety is crushing you, keep watching. The pressure to perform and succeed can be completely overwhelming, damage our health, and significantly influence the outcome of our exams and future. My name is Roger Schlupp. I'd like to tell you about my own personal experience. During my studies in Switzerland, I was seriously suffering from stress, especially before exams. At times, the anxiety was so intense, I suffered headaches and sometimes tension in my stomach. The trouble wasn't that I had learning difficulties. My problem was more being unable to remain calm before and during exam time. At times, this resulted in memory lapses, especially during exams. Things I was able to remember just days or hours earlier seemed to have vanished during this critical time. This was a huge problem for me. About 4 or 5 months before my final exams, one of our teachers talked with me and 3 other colleagues. He was worried that we may have trouble with our exams. He could see the problems we had with stress. He recommended that we take a course in autogenic training, which at the time I had no idea what it was. With some apprehension, my colleagues and I enrolled in the course and turned up to our weekly sessions. I was a natural skeptic, but after a short while, I started feeling a subtle difference, both mentally and physically. This encouraged me to continue. Towards the end of the course, things slowly started to change for me. Instead of stressing and mind hopping all over the place at times that needed my full attention, I felt like I was able to pull myself into a nutshell where I was able to calmly focus on the task in front of me. This newfound composure allowed me to access my memory easier. I passed my final exams without the mental anguish I had feared for so long. Autogenic training was first developed in Germany a long time ago and has been successfully practiced around the world. Much research has been done, and it's being presented in corporate training rooms, and even the space agency NASA has trained astronauts in autogenic feedback training. AutogenicMe is based on autogenic training and has been adapted into 6 easy weekly sessions that will not only leave you relaxed and revitalized after you practice, but along with it, you'll learn a skill that will benefit you for the rest of your life. Each session begins with an induction, which guides you into a state of deep relaxation. After the induction, each session is a little different to the one before, building up your experience to become proficient in this technique, which is so effective that 20 to 30 minutes of practice can help make up for a sleepless night. The skill I learned so many years ago remains with me to this day. Many years have passed when I didn't need to use it. We go through different stages in our lives. Years can pass when, in general, things seem to be going smoothly. We experience occasional stressful times, but usually these come and go relatively quickly. However, there can be times when stress builds up to such a degree that it can make us physically and mentally sick. These are times when we can call on our special skill. It's a bit like riding a bicycle. We never forget how to do it, and with just a little practice, we'll get right back on top of it. If you're a student and suffer from stress and anxiety, you owe it to yourself, and I can't urge you more strongly to learn this special but simple technique. You're devoting a lot of time and hard work into your studies, in most cases many years. But I'm going to be honest with you. This program is not a quick fix to a huge problem. Anything worthwhile usually takes a little bit of time. You need about 20 to 30 minutes per day for a few weeks to complete this program. But compared with your studies, this is a very small effort, and it's definitely not hard work. Instead, you'll feel very relaxed after practice. I used to do it in the evening, usually before bedtime. So I didn't really lose any time, and I also ended up with a good night's sleep. When you listen to the session audio samples on your favorite download page or app, you may find they sound very similar. This is because the first 5 minutes of each session starts with an induction that guides you into relaxation. And unfortunately, the tech giants take all the sample clips near the beginning of each track. This program can make a big difference about how you feel about studying, give you more confidence, and can make a huge difference when you face your exams. Don't procrastinate. The sooner you start, the sooner you'll reap the benefits. Download it now. You won't regret it. I promise.